Hello all, I hope you all are doing fine. My name is Pooja Dwivedi. Welcome to my class. So Maldives has finally and formally lodged its request to India that India should withdraw its 70 odd military personnel who are located in Maldives. Now, since the past few years, India has maintained a presence, but not only for military purposes, but public welfare, humanitarian relief programs, disaster management programs. But Dr. Muizzu, who is now the president of Maldives, has asked India to formally go back. Now, this is a balancing act. The thing is that the current president is a really good partner of the former president Yamin, who maintained pro-Beijing ties of Maldives with China, is of course going to play a part in the entire situation. Of course, he was barred from contesting elections for Maldives, but through Dr. Muizzu, he has maintained that stance. From the perspective of GS Mains Paper 2, it is important to know many things. Do not worry about notes. It is provided through my Telegram channel, Pooja Dwivedi UPSC. If you have any queries, you can talk to me on my Instagram. Follow me on my threads. So, Maldives president has asked India to withdraw military personnel, Dr. Muizzu. And this was the fear that India had. India wants to maintain a good relationship with Maldives because of its situation. From south, specifically in the southwest of India, Maldives is strategically located. It is strategically located to the Strait of Malacca and Gulf of Aden, Gulf of Hormuz. Because these two are important lanes of communication. Lots of trade passes from here. Since China's Belt and Road Initiative program started, and since China wants to ensure that a string of pearls is maintained by it around India and it surrounds India, it wants to maintain its presence in countries such as small island countries such as Maldives and Sri Lanka. Because of the rivalry between India and China, this region has gained much prominence since the past and even today. So Maldives is a toll gate in the Indian Ocean, which is located at the southern and northern parts of the island chain, lies the two important sea lines of communication. I have already told you, sea lanes of communication. It is made up of coral reefs and atolls because in geography it could be asked, and most of the area is under exclusive economic zone. India, through its military personnel, also patrols the exclusive economic zone of Maldives. Moving on, India has maintained diplomatic, defense, economic and cultural relations with Maldives since the past 6 decades. When Maldives became independent in 1965, India was among the first few countries to recognize it as a country. Not only that, India also has maintained a presence in Malé since 1972. Socio-economic development and modernization have been two of our primary concerns for Maldives. Their engagement has flourished in the beginning in the late 1980s, specifically through Operation Cactus, which was launched by India to abort a coup in Maldives against Mamoun Abdul Gayoom's autocratic regime, so that Maldives remain stable. First democratic government was elected in 2008, and Abdullah Yamin ruled from 2013 to 2018. Here, Yamin was maintaining a pro-Beijing stance. Because of this, India's relationship with Maldives spiraled downwards. In 2018, a new president, Ibrahim Soli, came into being, and India First policy was supported by him. That is why we had good relations with Maldives. Now, after that, Yamin was barred to contest elections. So, by the presence of Dr. Muizzu, it is important for Yamin to continue with his pro-China stance. October 20, the opposition coalition, the Progressive Party of Maldives and the People's National Congress, they started the India Out campaign. This campaign is to exploit the anti-India sentiment that prevails in Maldives by, telling the people that you should be nationalist in nature and not any country's military or presence should be here. But India and Maldives have good relations, as in with security perspective, we have Ecovirin, which is a joint exercise with Maldives, Dosti, Ekatha and Operation Shield, which began in 2021. We have the largest number from Indian perspective and from Maldives perspective, both are important equally from security perspective. And the largest number of training opportunities for Maldivian National Defense Force is given by India, approximately 70%. Rehabilitation Center, India has also made it possible to remain there. Addu Reclamation and Shore Protection Project, beg your pardon, A drug detoxification and rehabilitation center in Adu, we have done it. And healthcare, education, fisheries, tourism, ports and culture. Everything. You can see it is not only from military perspective, but also from welfare perspective. Economic cooperation is a lot. Tourism is the mainstay of the Maldivian economy. And India has remained a huge tourist spot, market for Maldives. And that is why Maldives also knows how much India is important. August 2021, AFCON started the Greater Malé Connectivity Project. The Greater Malé Connectivity Project will consist of 6.74 kilometer long bridge, which will connect Malé and nearby islands of Maldives, such as Vilingili, Gulifahu, and Thilafushi. So it is not only the one of the largest projects by India and Maldives, but for overall Maldives, it is the largest project. Indian troops in Maldives are it consists of just about 70 odd soldiers in the island nations, and they operate India-sponsored radars and surveillance aircraft. Even Dr. Muizzu has said that it is important for the military to stay there when it comes to joint operations and welfare and disaster management. But it wants to balance. Maldives now wants to have a balance between India and China. Indian warship in the region help patrol the country's exclusive economic zone, public welfare, humanitarian assistance. If any kind of disaster happens there, then Indian military is there, and combating illegal maritime activities, piracy in the region. A geopolitical hotspot it has become. I have already told you that since China's Belt and Road Initiative has come into existence, China wants to reclaim the Indian Ocean with its sea lanes, and that is why Maldives is becoming more and more important for China. So President Muizzu has succeeded Ibrahim Mohamed Soli. I have told you Soli has been pro-India, but he's Dr. Muizzu is a close associate of Yamin, who is pro-Beijing. So he also said, Dr. Muizzu has said, we look forward to returning to government in 2023 with President Yamin at the helm to script a further chapter of strong ties between two countries, China and Maldives. But Yamin couldn't come. This was said by Dr. Muizzu, so he is doing in the similar fashion what Yamin used to do. And do you know that 70% of aid that is with Maldives, external aid, is by China. So China is also, not only India, but China is also graciously investing in Maldives. Alright. So I hope you understood the entire gist of this situation. More detail will be given when India-Maldives policy will be differently asked for. Okay. So I hope you understood this topic well in a short span of time. Thank you so much for watching.